Wah! Grah! The warrior's swords gleam and striking the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th, 5:31 p.m., Wright and Law offices. That rocked. See you in hell, evil. Sorry. Mr. Ray. What? Stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick. I didn't know you were there. You were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean...
Stream element spot running, emoji robot face.
You mean you don't notice Still Samurai? He's only the most... He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. What? That's 17. See, I'm a teen, not like you. Well, hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then you watch it. Excuse me. Then you watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Still Samurai was number one. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Still Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright and Co. Law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? I don't know. It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m., Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Phoenix Wright bedroom, well. Excuse me. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick? Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Still Samurai. The Still Samurai got arrested. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes. Excuse me. They're saying that the Still Samurai killed the villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He screeched excuse me. He squeaked the villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. Beep. October 16th, 9:22 a.m., Wright and Cola offices. Maya's here watching television. Now, for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested today. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Still Samurai of Neon Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Bring. Beep? Yes, Wright and Co-Law offices. What? Nick, it's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I have decided this will be our first case. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is still always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. Okay. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? What? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case, or just do some sightseeing? I wonder. My money's on sightseeing, excuse me. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. Okay. October 16th, Detention Center Visitors Room. What's wrong, Maya? It's him. It's him in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean? What do you mean? That guy. Of course it's him. Willpower's our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder at least once, maybe twice. What? What are you saying? Why, yes. Something wrong. No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Disappointed? Oh no. Oh no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Sniff. Wah. Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitors' room. It seems frozen in all. He seems frozen in all will powers. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Why, yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumbled heap near the set. Dang. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer dead. He had been expertly scoured with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Sniff. Wow. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios, I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'll be willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Okay. No, I'm not doing it. October 16th, Global Studios main gate. Whoa, this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome, aren't you excited? Hey, you there. You want in? You gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're lawyers. Oh, yeah, well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gall wreckers like you don't, the gall wreckers like you stay out. Gall wreckers? skull wreckers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to Super Rail. Use today. Something terrible. Oh crap. Hippie clothes and all the... Okay. That was so fast. Nick. Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Use today. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Oh, a little twinkle between the stars here. I'm afraid, dearie. Pause. Oh, wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. About 10 years ago, now, that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was. Hammer? Hammer? The victim, dummy. Excuse me? The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me more about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Listen, little old ladies watching will lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to Jack Hammer, the poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Oh, only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murderer took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, We're here at Mr. Power's request. Humph, I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns the place. Obviously, excuse me. Okay. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here, the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big screen here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Looks like a studio van. Hey, they probably used it to carry around film equipment. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching! Dang. She got all snappy. She got snappy real fast. Okay. Hello? How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No. I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room at lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she say? She doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask. Take off that mask with her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. Grr, she got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my of course. There we go. Well, ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Even the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. What? Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal. With my instructions. The good detectives told me himself. Hey, Nick. Excuse me, huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey. Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Why? It's that confused detective. Hey, pal, you don't know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault. I saw you snipping tea. I saw you sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, if he's desperate, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Oh well, nothing to say? Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want. But I know the truth is in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my enduring character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright. So how's your investigation going, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right, so detective, mind if I can take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Oh, the autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Let's go. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there at Studio 1. Now, the victim entered the Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Pause. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my bed, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She never gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up there on the gate? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no. Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny for someone with hard proof if he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh, ho 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 ho. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha ha ha. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Hey, there's a camera here. That's a security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at all the data, and you can see who went there, who went where. There's a number plate on this camera, ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. I'm a little butch. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. And he says pal a lot. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, that's the wind. The wind was pretty strong today, and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it, too. There's the entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a key card to get in. Makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Nick, look. That security lady is in the guard station, stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Yerk. She had to make my life harder by giving me that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us of the security photo, ma'am? Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. Those things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that looks like that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I saw go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him too. If he's not the one, what did it? I don't know who is. Maybe it was you. Gah, good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over there in the security station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Okay. October 16th, Global Studios employee area. Nick? This is where they do all the behind the scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Powers. There's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Looks like one of these. It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't don't people cycle to get exercise? Hold up, wait, 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 wait. There's a remaining of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of these plates, on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? Oh, like, yo. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn at least. Whoa, excuse me. Well, wait, look. Samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. No clues here. A window into the dressing room. Was. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't show him that. He'll concentrate it. Aw, I just wanted to show it off. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out. Beep! It opened. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Alright, my bad. Here we go. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape is so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murderer weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Excuse me. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. What? It's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones of etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people? WP? Oh, Will Powers? WP? I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But, what, do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. What? Funny. I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Hey, look. That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of those. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clapped at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real-life megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action. This girl is more trouble than I thought. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging me based on narrow-minded, critical assumptions, Nick. We're right, sorry. This girl is out there. No. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? That's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Will Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of a girl do you think I am? Well, what kind? Oh, no. I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. Pause. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. Then even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha. That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene to run through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sure I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So, you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think doesn't cut it in a witness's testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Excuse me. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in a Still Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain. Nemo Fujima. Doesn't the Still Samurai take place in old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not old Tokyo, Nick. Neo old Tokyo. Oh, right. Duh. October 16, Global Studios main gate. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimate time of Hammer's death was 2:30? Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between these times? Those times? Sure, as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Old bag, he said. Eek. Alright, you better tell me, and tell me quick. You spiky haired certain what? Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. Her? She's not even a full employee. All you youngins are like tomorrow saying that knows that blah blah blah, so you go what? She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Pause. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yes. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1? That was when the security lady arrived at the security gate station. Please enter the number of the... There, entered. Hey, it's printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh. How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he's the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Hey, Nick. Can't we see this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So you're ready? So we're done for today? I think this photo is what we need for the trial. Still, it'll be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. To be continued. Yes. Oh. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this horrendous, hellacious crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call as first witness. Very well, I call a most similar to face Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Well. Detective, would you briefly describe this this case to the court? Yes, sir. I explained what the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, here's a gate, see? Past there are the studios. And here is Studio 1. This is the scene of the crime, scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people there. The victim, Jackhammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were here on the employee area until noon. Then, after lunch, the victim, Jackhammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lunged into the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Yes. I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time? I should have known it'd be you, pal. Fine. Once more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Pause. Yeah, live it up while you can, gumshoe. To understand this case, it is important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of this action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station here is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here is Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on that day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people there. The victim, Jackhammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jackhammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lunged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at this guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? And aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Why, your name, please. Oh, dearie, you need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting this witness to say their names. His witnesses to say their names. Wendy old bag, dearie. So had the other children believe it. They were always there. He called it old bag, blah blah. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness will obtain at the main... Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sir, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Hold on a sec. Alright, here we go, folks. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, and that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee key card to get it. Right, the key card that I have. So, what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. A run through? They weren't working out the scene between Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Wasn't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you, I locked the gate, didn't I? I find my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Dang. Never missed one in all my years. Well, I went to see a Steel Samurai run through too. You could quit being a you could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not a second? Oh, of course. I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper snapper. Snipper snapper. Old windbag is losing it, Nick. You think? Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? How do you know that? Oh, ho, ho, ho. I had my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he asked and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting ratted out by a security guard. $2 p.m.? You're sure? 2 o'clock? You're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might even strain something. Pause. Now, don't get your skivings all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your hair, sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I say it again, it was him. Objection! Let me get this straight. Old bag or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a minute, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this? What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course, didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can painfully see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. What? I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that this person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I had proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, Please make known of all the information in her possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You know, you should be ashamed of all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. What? Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. Oh my gosh. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy. Pause. So he has sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind your backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. You today always whining about it's gonna make it look what? Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was all moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then? I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes. And to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai, what a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped him make it better for him, of course. You helped him make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? What was the assistant there? Oh, her. She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a sufficient detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk, I Not so bad he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to set up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one more thing that bothers me. Which is... whether this is still... Where is this still samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the still samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the still samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep taking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the still samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to talk twice. Well. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go to the studio before that was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been to be the still samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Time reports Hammer. How did you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody put suspicious looking past by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking, right? What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before that. And I locked the main gate so one could get in. Not to mention... Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy. Old Windbag sure has balls. Pause. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Wait. Yep, that's correct. Are you sure? Objection! Your Honor, that statement contradicts its evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradicts Wright. Oops, that didn't go so well. Objection! Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever everyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but two people went into the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only one person would access the security lady herself. Yeah, you watch your mouth. You watch your mouth, you whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means two people went by. Well, yes. That's what it would have been to what it seemed to me. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these new fangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. But believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Help me. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper. Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else had passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes. I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Well, I need to get this lady, like, wouldn't it look like getting her with this stuff? Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, is this the first I've heard of this? Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. And my kind, Mr. Will Powers. Every day after I finish work. Another job. That's right. I checked all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I looked closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy? Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging around, but they're that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in? Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that gets into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and well, that's where they came in. They came in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Oh, order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios today. One was a soul samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see this type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assumed it would be hard, if not possible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting visual information this time. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3. Mr. Powers. Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are you going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could kind of visibly have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. If we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court narrates recompense for the trial, Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy at roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind, however. But be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person? Who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Well, it could have been the kid, or... It was the grade school boy. Why isn't anyone saying anything? Bah! Are you seriously suggesting that the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boys kill veteran action stars with spears. For one thing, the murder weapon was with the Steel Samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him? Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe. How about absolutely, Nick? Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I had to penalize you, as I warned. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Maybe we move on, Mr. Wright. Grr, this fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well, go ahead. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers? It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the sight Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have him limbs. Ugh, that kinda takes the legs out from under that case. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to penalize you. It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. What? Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Old Bag. What? Whippersnapper? Order. Is this true, Old Bag? Old Bag, that's Miss Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have B. Fry left her pose to steal the stale samurai costume. Then shipping into Studio One, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the stale samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in this costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent detective reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't that the part where Edgeworth pronounces? Doesn't he actually jump up with an objection and some new demanding of evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? That's not supposed to mean. What's that supposed to mean? So you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, so do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Pat Hammer? You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now, Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, too. Though, as you said, second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pay my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I had proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows a boy could have committed this murder.
Take that!
Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to commit on this? Fur. That windbag speech, the windbag speechless, this has got to be at first. Very well. suspend proceeding on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What's her name? What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. What? Wait a sec. What? Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you all run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. What? Oh great, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you admitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told about. I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? By whom? Huh, you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Well. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do. They had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend that they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you are trying to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is critical information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So, you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without the director? Of course. Well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You got through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was falling off. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked some of my questions, but yeah. Miss Oldbag, is this a trial for murder? I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked? I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. So they were actually in the studio? Yes, the whole day. Then they heard about the murder. They bet it before the cops. They beat it before the cops came. Crumple, I'd kill this woman, I swear. If I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost, she really left him hanging on this one. Them? Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene with other directors? Of course. Very well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director... Oh, I read that. Well, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stated here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges a defense point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day in proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, dang. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thanks so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now, my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was buying some back time. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I felt kinda sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my execution. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks guys. To be continued. Yes, save this. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment down below. All that stuff. Peace.